Hello guys, welcome back to another podcast by me and TurtleSmokes29, and today we'll be talking about a lot of things actually.
Yeah, well, first of all, I just
school.
want to address why we haven't uploaded in forever, because we tried making.
We do it, but sometimes we just don't have the motivation to do it.
I know, we tried making a couple podcasts, and then
we tried to do Bed Wars videos, but
it was all
didn't really go anywhere. We didn't have a feeling inside
so
that it was right.
So
we were like, no.
We just did the good old PewDiePie move, and we just took a little break.
And then left for a month, and more.
And then came back, and then now.
Now you might be hearing a lot of clicky clack. I'm just playing Bed Wars, Extreme Bed Wars, with my friend Miles, and it's really competitive. There's a lot of killing involved, and a lot of bed destroying going on. You know, like bed destroying, like in real life, when parents make kids, their beds have been destroyed. Every single time. The banging noises just go, and it just really destroys the bed. But we destroy our beds with our own bare fists and axes. This makes life way easier than these parents destroying beds by just clapping cheeks on the bed.
Yeah, I mean,
now you might be questioning, why are we talking about cheeks in a podcast? It's because it's part of one of our topics. School is cheeks because people like it and hate it. You know, like Miles Thompson on.
Yeah.
Like on usual days, because he doesn't really like cheeks. Usually it's like, no, I'm not really a big fan of cheeks.
I'm the Monopoly man saying no.
Now, let's talk to you about school and what we did.
The first thing I
want
to talk about is the award assembly.
Miles.
The award assembly, bro. The awards assembly was actually trash. Because
I agree. Because the awards assembly is just glorifying people who have good memory and not actually people who are unique in our world.
Yeah, and my thing is it's kind of pointless because, you know, back in the day they do this award assembly and then they give you a little piece of paper that's like, oh, congratulations. I think
it's whack. I think it's just terrible. Like, it's a terrible concept.
I know, but they gave us a paper that told us we had the awards before the assembly. So it's like, okay, in the assembly, you tell me what awards I have, and now it's kind of pointless.
We're dead.
I know.
That's okay, though.
It's kind of pointless, you know, because it's like...
I know. It's sad. It's sad. Like, just award them anonymously. Don't just do it through an announcement or something. Save a lot of time for people.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to hear it.
I honestly, all they have to do is give us the sheet of paper, and then just be like, okay.
And then the people who have super honor roll for like both first quarter and second quarter, they could just give them the cheesecake already, and then just shut up about them having cheesecake, because they always change their awards. Last time it was Culver's, the most mediocre.
And then they'd get their like prize. Like, I want to get the prize, but then they're, like, taking pictures of the kids. I'm like, why are they taking pictures
of the kids?
But where are they putting these pictures? I'm so confused.
Twitter, probably.
Yeah.
Remember,
but you know what else
includes
pictures? Today, we had picture day, right? A picture
day... yeah, school pictures.
Was just...
It was like graduation pictures. We're like 8th graders, so we have to do these things called graduation pictures, and they were pretty whack. Turtle smell is over here. Wasn't prepared for his picture, so all he was wearing was a polo shirt, and everybody was just out here wearing full-on suits.
I know, it was so like surreal. Everyone's wearing suits and ties. I feel like I'm at a wedding, and I'm not wearing like.
Speaking of wedding, I'm actually going to a wedding pretty soon. Not this.
Whose wedding?
What?
Whose wedding are you going to?
Family wedding.
I know, but like uncle, brother, not brother, but...
nothing too shabby. I'm going to Florida in November, I think. Florida's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Gonna see all those Florida men just
Charles, what if you go to Florida
ending fights, robbing each other? It's gonna be a great great trip.
Go to Florida and the Florida man kills you?
Well, I'm just gonna still be happy any other way.
Because I'm clappy.
No. We don't talk about that much. Not on the podcast. We talk about anything else but the clappy.
Yeah, no. Picture day was pretty, trash.
Do trapped. Do crap.
already imagine me just looking in like 10 years, looking at these pictures and being like, oh yeah, I wanted to die in that pit.
Yeah, I regret them. They're boring. They're genuinely boring.
Yeah, and they're kind of awkward too, because it's like
the cameramen are like, point your chin down. Wait, I thought you want me to sit as straight as possible. Now you want my chin. Now you want my chin to be gay. What is wrong with you guys?
Bro, it's just like,
I thought you said we.
It's just like they're trying to like direct you and stuff, and it's like, man,
like that's whack. That's whack sometimes.
See, I don't know. Actually, Charles, do you really care about your pictures that much? Like, are you like serious?
No, I didn't even care at all.
Cause yeah, I was gonna say me and Charles don't really care about the pictures, but there's some people who are like,
yeah, we didn't care, but I still have to follow directions.
I know, but there's some people who are like, I need to get these pictures perfect. I don't get them perfect.
No big deal. You could get better pictures, like your actual wedding, maybe clapping someone's cheek.
Well, I don't know about those pictures, but still, you know.
It's important. You know, it's like a significant event, but sometimes you just don't care.
Yeah.
It's these little things in life, you know, just like my pizza.
Please. No,
my family is in danger just because of you. You know why? Because God, what the hell did I do down there?
I don't even know what that means. But you know, we also had an intruder drill today, and that was pretty trash. Because you're all like, you have to crowd together. You don't do anything, and you're just.
That's nasty, though. That's nasty, bro.
You're so uncomfortable.
Just crowding together.
Why they just jam us together, and it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, they just shove us in the corner. Shove us.
Out of all the drills, the intruder drill is kind of the most pointless. Because I feel like if there's an intruder in the building, it's like you kind of know what you're doing. Why would you not know?
You're not an atypical child.
Oh my God, Nikolai's texting me. He's texting.
Okay, Miles, we reached Diamond Island. Now that we have even Bed Wars. Hey, there's a white guy on top of our base. They're in the middle of the podcast, Miles. He's right above us, just waiting for his moment.
Why is the white guy above?
No, it's actually a white guy.
Oh my. Bro.
Just let him.
What are you supposed to do?
I don't know, but the podcast must go on.
Okay, yeah, intruder drill, pretty trash. I mean, honestly, it's just like.
It's like they do make sense because the world's getting more dangerous, but at the end of the day, our school's in quite a safe neighborhood. Yeah. Meaning that doesn't really mean anything. Like, come on, just if you want to do an intruder drill, at least learn us how to use a knife and stab the shooter or use his own weapon against him.
Yeah, I know.
If I saw the school shooter, I'd just knock him on his knees and then steal his gun and shoot him in the head multiple times because that's what he deserves for killing people. It's called. He committed die, but that's okay. Oh, he broke glass though. We're gonna
just replace it.
Although the podcast must go on, we must do repairs to this.
I know, but yeah. So the intruder drill is trash, and then what I was gonna say is one time in 6th grade, right? We have the intruder drill, and then the teacher there has to be 3 bells that go off before we can.
Oh, I remember that. Then they rang 4 bells, and then everyone was like.
Yeah, and we waited there for like an hour, and then they did a announcement like, oh, sorry for, whatever, and then, I broke all my legs.
What if the school shooter did that on purpose to trick everybody to leave? You see, you gotta think like one of them. You can't just let them. You gotta think like one, so you can.
Hey! Build the helicopter.
No, build the karma machine and end his life. The brand new screw you pack from Legos. Oh, fudge.
Yeah, bro.
So, Miles, we're really not going to give him revenge for what he did?
I died.
Well, you do make a point. So now, I'm going to go. Now, let me tell you about school. Now, let me tell you more about school intruder drills. I just want to learn how to self-defend myself. They have to give us training instead of just teaching us to hide in the corner and die.
I just don't want to do the intruder drill. It's like, I know what I'm gonna do. This map's horrible. But I know what I'm gonna do, and it's like, I don't know why they have to do it to us so many times. You know?
It's weird. It's kind of weird.
It's not even that. It's just it's kind of annoying.
Like intruder drills are weird drills. Sometimes they make utterly no sense.
They're just
you hide in a corner. Damn it!
You know what else you do in a corner?
For who knows how long, and you expect to be safe in that corner. But what if the school shooter just shoots the window out and then opens the door from the inside?
Charles, windows protect you. You can't shoot a window. That's actually physically impossible.
I mean, it is possible. This requires like one bullet to penetrate through the glass, and then bam, you got
Charles.
Then you got the shooter in there.
People can't actually shoot me because my glasses protect me. Because they're like basically windows.
You do make a point, but not all glasses are the same, Miles. It's not like we own the same pair of glasses.
Everyone with glasses protects himself. No one can shoot them from guns because the windows are open or closed.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually in 9/11. I was in the building. I saw the plane coming towards me, and then I just put on my glasses, and I was completely protected.
And then the glasses became parachutes and then saved you.
No, actually, I jumped out the window and landed on my face, and the glasses protected me.
I thought they turned into parachutes or something.
No, that only happens on Mondays, and 9/11 happened on a. Yeah, I don't know. It happened on a day, you know.
Yeah, a day that wasn't Monday.
Happened on.
Yeah.
Klooper Day.
This is big brain time.
Happened on Klooper Day.
But still, you could break window glass. Window glass really isn't safe. They could just shoot the glass and then invade the classroom if they felt like it. Let's see, it's the little things they're not telling us. They expect, because like I said, they expect us to be protected.
And then,
but what do we have?
They're like strict too.
Like, what are you being strict about? We're all gonna die anyway, so you're better off just letting us shoot the shooter with your weapons you give us.
They're thinking of giving like teachers guns, but I'm like, no, don't, please, don't.
No, they should just arm every student with a knife so they can self-defend themselves.
What if it's that's a horrible idea because if you give first of all, right? Let me just say this: if you give a gun to a teacher, if they like are crazy or whatever, or they get fired, and they have a gun in their desk and they're like just like suicidal or whatever, they just kill every student. They kill and then they kill themselves.
Yeah, and then nobody could stop them.
And then, what if like a student has a knife? That's
what if the student with the knife comes back at the teacher and hits them with karma?
So you're thinking, a school shooter, and then just give all the kids knives. What if you have a school stabber?
Oh, those are harder to detect because the stabs are usually the quietest one. Like they could just cover the person's mouth and then be and then just stab them. It's really easy actually. Anybody can do it, but I'm not advising you to do it because the FBI is gonna look at me really funny. And I think if we give responsible individuals knives or weapons to defend people or others and themselves, we can make a quite safe environment.
That's the thing about school shooters. It's like you can't really do anything. You're kind of just helpless.
You're kind of just sitting there like a cock, like waiting, looking at everybody slowly dying in front of you, and you can't do anything about it.
And then you get like penetrated by the bullet, and die.
Yeah, I know. It's sad. It's sad.
But that's not the point, okay?
I think the point here is that not everybody should have a gun. I mean, you shouldn't ban guns, but you should give responsible individuals guns, knowing that they'll use them properly and defend others properly with it.
Like you.
Because guns are good. Guns helped us a lot throughout.
Guns actually protect 10 out of 10 children.
Plus, they could shoot us with guns, with the bullets inside. And if we give them this,
And then you'll see like people cocking their gun. And
no,
then, you know,
they only cock shotguns or muskets, Miles.
well, that's
They
basically what I
cock
just
those
said.
things.
That's
They don't
basically
cock
what I
other
just
things.
said. That's basically what I just said.
Shoot. Now let me tell you about this. Now let me tell you about other things. Miles, did anything else happen in school? That's
No,
like
no.
one
Oh yeah,
question.
yeah, yeah. The teachers being super strict recently. They
Oh
banned
yeah,
us
I
for
remember
using.
that time where they made everybody have these bathroom passes, play the circus music.
So okay, actually, I'm just gonna give an entire tell the whole story, right? So basically, right, in 7th grade, like in 6th grade, right, where you just go to the bathroom and, you know, you just raise your hand, ask you to go to the bathroom, you go to the bathroom and stuff. Then, in 7th grade, we had a assistant principal, and he was like, hey man, that's not cool, let's get hallway passes. And yeah, hallway passes were fine, you know, I'm not really gonna complain about
They
them.
worked, but they weren't the worst either.
They were a good system, they were fine, they didn't really, like, annoy me too much. But then they're just like, you know what, let's just get rid of that system. And then, you know,
Yeah,
apparently kids were
I'm like,
meeting up in the bathroom, and instead
you
of
know,
just,
having a party in there.
yeah, they were literally just like, okay, it's
Hey,
12.
Miles, incoming.
They're just like, hey, it's 12 o'clock. Let's, you know,
Use the bathrooms.
yeah.
And
So
that
they all
caused
meet up in the
anarchy, and
bathroom.
that caused even more anarchy in the bathroom because more people just meet up anyways.
Exactly. So instead of just punishing these people, or just being like, hey, you know, Billy, Brian, and Jimmy are going to the bathrooms, meeting up, and they're doing a no-no.
They're doing
Let's
a no-no
just
thing.
give them a detention.
Just punish
Instead of doing
everybody.
that, let's just punish the
Yes.
entire classroom for doing something that they had no part in. That sounds like a really good move.
And it was drawn back. Like, what if I have to take a big crap?
Exactly, bro. What if you have to go
And I ran out of all my passes.
So, right, this is what they did. They're like, okay, here's the new rules, right? We're just gonna make it so you can only go to the bathroom during class switches.
during yeah, I know it's kind of clowny
And
in a way.
then you have like bathroom passes, only 2. So if you have to really go.
For each class, by the way, it's so
But you know
they're going a
what?
little easier.
They're dumb. Because they actually just waste time. There's like 30 kids in the bathroom at once.
There's like 30 kids in one bathroom. I'm looking at this like, what the
And then
hell?
it takes them
And
forever
then
to get out.
next thing you know, I see St. Louis literally just shaking it in there. Like,
I know. And they're just playing and
I'm like,
stuff.
what? I'm like,
And
what the hell?
no one's doing anything.
Get me out of this hellhole, I said.
The teachers are
Mr.
getting
Cotton.
angry
And then instead,
because they're like, what are they doing? They're taking too long. Yeah, and it's like,
yeah, you kind
it's
of planned
your
this,
fault
did
because
you?
you're the one who punished everyone.
Yeah, dude, you can't just you should have just kept it to yourself and hid it the fact
Just
it
like
exists.
that baby.
Because the fact you just said it made even more people do it. So
Exactly.
you made like a tiny amount of people who weren't doing it
Tiny.
now doing it. It's such a terrible example to everybody. It makes the school look like the bad people here, and then Mr. Torpedo's over here like, no, we're not the bad people. Yes, you are.
But
Please
then, right, that
like
was just annoying enough. Then they're like, some
emeralds,
kid
Miles.
put like raisins or
Raisins.
beans in the bathroom. And, you know, instead of just being like, well, they found this out because the security can't, or they like found it out because some janitor had to do the thing. And I'm like, why can't they just look at the security cameras and check, okay, so we know everyone from this time to this time went to the bathroom. Let's just see and ask them and stuff. It's instead of, you know, just punishing the individual, they just punish everyone. And now we can't, like, go upstairs for recess and lunch. Because before, it's like,
Watch the base.
I want to do some work. I'm going to stay up for lunch and recess. Now you can't do that. You have to just go to recess. And the principal came down and he was angry. He was like, why are there so many kids in the lunchroom?
I mean, what's wrong with that?
And then we were like, hey, it's because they won't let us stay upstairs. And then he just got really angry.
And then he got really pissed off. Let's say that he got. I'm not using not using politically correct terms. I'm using terms that I like pissed off, because that makes sense. Pissed off makes a lot of sense. It actually. Oh shoot! Now it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense that he'd be mad, but why be mad at us? Be mad at the people who caused this.
I have no idea. Yeah.
Okay, you ought to be mad at them, not us. It's kind of clowny, in a way. It's kind of sad. That's all we need.
Sad, just like life. So yeah, and then just like hang out at recess in the auditorium, and just hang out, and then
it just sucks. It just sucks. That's all you need to know. It sucks like the duck.
And then the teacher comes down, and she's all like, "Hey man, you can't be like, you know, having fun. You have to sit in your seat and like basically do nothing."
Oh, you mean Miss Strict? Of course. Nobody likes that. It sucks balls.
Oh yeah, just like my vacuum cleaner.
Oh yeah, like those dirty things on the floor.
That doesn't even work.
It does. What if there's actually dirty balls on the floor that you just that just gets sucked in there?
Like a tennis ball or something?
Oh yeah, of course, a nut ball.
No, but yeah.
Hey, incoming.
So they like being really strict and group punishments.
I know, it's kind of sucky.
And then Ryan.
It's okay.
You will
we lasted a lot. We lasted long enough.
Okay.
But now afterwards, the chaos, the ban of everybody, majority of 8th grade being upstairs, caused a bunch of rest in the lunchroom. A lot of chaos, basically. There'd be a lot of people just being to throw food around, and then just and did do some weird stuff with the school food. And you know what this led to? Mm-hmm. This led to a ban on seconds at school lunch, which really pissed me off a lot, and it probably pissed off you off, and a lot of people off. Because I really love the food they made.
So basically, right, some kid was messing around, and usually, since we're the last class of the day, we get like seconds, we get more food. But then, you know,
this clown ruined it for everybody.
And they always give out group punishments. Why do they always give out group punishments? Now they say no seconds.
It's unprofessional.
Group punishments.
Like imagine you're at work and you did something weird in the bathroom and they punish everybody for doing it instead of you personally. Imagine how everybody else would feel. They blame you, but it's not even your fault. It's mostly not even your fault.
Should be in trouble. They're not gonna be like, oh, I shouldn't do that anymore because I got in trouble. They're gonna be like, hey, I didn't really get in trouble that much, so I'm just gonna do it again and again and again. Yeah, like they kept throwing food around, even though there were a lot of people downstairs, and and monitors get so pissed off, and then the lunch ladies got pissed off, and then the lunch ladies directly walked up to him and said, "What the hell are you doing?" In that way, but she didn't say, "What the hell are you doing?" Yeah.
She was just staring at him for doing such terrible things to the food that we all love.
Yeah, you know, and the worst thing about the you know, beans and urinal thing is that they just assume it's the 8th graders. They're not like they don't look at they always think it's us. Is it because the fact that we kept getting punished so many times that they think it's us? I know. What
they're genuinely
7th grade. Literally anyone in the entire school. It could have been kindergartners. Because they come up and they go to the computer room and stuff, and they go to Spanish. It literally could be anyone. It could be
but they don't look at that, do they? Yeah. They only look at the big people because they think it's always their fault. But it's not always our fault.
Yeah.
It's mostly other people's faults. But it's not a whole group's fault. You can't just punish a bunch of 8th graders that are also girls for putting raised at the urinal. The security cameras would know that a girl went into the bathroom and did some weird things in there, and then it would just be like, interesting, and then we'd all question life itself, which makes sense. And then, okay, now Miles, back to the topic. I don't really like why they do group punishments. It's kind of a bland taste of punishment. Did you know that that group punishment is a war crime in war? So it should be against the rules in school, because it's not right to punish a group of people who did nothing. I mean, it's obvious, but
It almost seems like
just
you kind of have experience or something.
we all have experience. Even the viewers have experience, because most of our viewers are from our school, and generally speaking, nobody likes it.
100% of our viewers.
Nobody understands it. Nobody understands why they do it. They're like, there's these the principal's like, we don't want you to deal with this. Then don't make then stop punishing us. Like, you see how they're being hypocrites. Every time somebody they make a punishment, it's a hypocritical punishment, or it always backfires. Like from our examples earlier about the bathroom thing and other things, it always backfires.
It always fires back.
No, yeah, fires back at them. It's like fighting fire with fire. Sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. Like people trying to fight wildfires, they like try to slow down fire with fire, but it works most of the time. But most of the time it doesn't. Which I don't like these things. And nobody does. Now, our next important topic of the day, that isn't school related, but it is an international issue, I believe, is the
coming back? No, I'm kidding.
No, it's the coronavirus. Now, I've been hearing a lot of reports of the coronavirus being a really fatal disease amongst the Chinese people. Now, I've been hearing Chinese rumors from the Chinese media that the infections usually affect Asians more than anybody else, Asian men. So basically, I could not make kids anymore if I get the coronavirus.
That is
like, that's kind of bad. Like, you notice how it's targeting a specific race? Doesn't this make you think?
Well, that's because where it started.
No. If it only targets that specific race, don't you think it's a bioweapon made by China to kill off its enemies? And kill themselves.
It's killing themselves. Why would they make a weapon to kill themselves?
No, because if you think about it, there's other Asian countries, right? They're right around China.
They're just gonna kill themselves, Charles.
Yeah, they're gonna kill the people that they hate. They're killing their enemies.
So they're killing themselves because those are the people they hate.
Yeah, they hate themselves. They hate the other Asian countries. They basically are planning a genocide.
They sound like edgy teenagers. They hate themselves. They hate the people around them.
They're planning a genocide, Miles. Think about it.
China is literally just an edgy teenager when you think about it.
Yeah, that's why there's why Wuhan Chan exists now, because we made that abomination, guys, together, as a group.
Or did we?
Like, somebody on DeviantArt was like, let's make the shortage out of it.
Just has
Instead,
the little stuff.
Nicknamed to Corona Chan, so it's
Corona
Anime Girl, which it is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't believe it.
The thing is, when it first, like, the news came out...
They called it the Black Plague first, by the way. This was during the Iran in America. Hey, stop following me. There's people trying to get us.
When I found out about the coronavirus, I was so scared. But then after a while, it's like, yeah, it doesn't really seem like it's affecting Americans. But then when it comes to America eventually, then it
is in America, but it's not really. They already quarantined them, so it's safe. We're all safe. Yeah,
my whole thing is they found a cure, right?
They did, but it's not a guaranteed cure. It's like how they use drugs to cure it.
It's kind of bittersweet.
But the drugs come from China.
China.
You see the problem here? So basically,
I see what's happening.
If the Chinese companies stop producing these products, then we can't cure it.
Yeah, the thing is, I thought this is the end of the world.
So once they stop making medicine, then we can't heal ourselves from basic diseases like the cold or the flu. Instead, we're all gonna slowly die from sickness because they ran out of supplies to make these meds.
Why?
And it's gonna be everybody's fault. I'm just putting group punishment on everybody this time because it's our fault as the United States of America, our citizens and companies to put their investments into China, even though we even though we hate them. So do we really hate them? Like that's the question I'm asking. Do we hate them?
Do we have anything
if
to do
we're
with
putting
China?
companies in their lands and expecting a lot to happen? Like, answer the question, Miles.
Well, what do we have to do with China? We don't have like any involvement.
Just ignore them. Just make sure there's no more medicine companies in China, so we could produce our own medicine, so we could be self-sufficient, so we could be self-reliant.
I think there's a reason why everything on the back of it says "Made in China," Charles.
Like I'm telling you, we need to be self-sufficient. If we wanna become a superior power in the world.
If you wanna get the word to the kids on the street, you gotta make.
Oh, like seriously, thinking about it, this is like a political topic now. We need it. We need to be self-sufficient to keep our country running.
I don't know, Charles. Like, China's good at like factories and stuff.
Yeah, they are. But what if those people get sick? What happens then? Do we just stop? Do we? Or because they make most of our medicine, so them stopping really ruins everything.
I think we should just kill ourselves. Hey, I think this guy's a hacker, by the way.
Like, it just ruins a lot of things. And it's not good. That's it, okay? I'm just gonna tell you right now that 80% of our medicine comes from that red place. And it's not a good number.
I don't know. What are we supposed to do?
Like I said earlier, we must... companies that we have in America should just stay in America and invest there instead and actually pay people who could actually make them properly instead of these Chinese children who are in the labor camps ready to die.
Oh God, that's horrible.
Oh no, that really happens. Let me tell you a story. Now, from Chinese medicine being terrible to labor camps. Now, there's these labor camps in China where they use to quarantine the the Chinese people who are sick of the coronavirus. But there are rumors. There's pictures directly from China showing that these Wuhan medics have semi-automatic rifles in their hand. And basically, what I'm going to assume from this is that they're literally going to shoot an entire crowd of them who have a coronavirus.
Wow.
I think it's terrible.
Boy,
I think it's awful.
I'm glad I don't have coronavirus, man. It's horrible.
Yeah, but the way having the coronavirus is bad, but when you have the Chinese government handling it all, it makes it even worse in a way.
Yeah, I remember when it started, and literally no one was surprised that it's coming from China.
Yeah. You know, they eat rats, they eat all these things, these weird crap.
They literally eat bat soup.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what are you doing over there?
Yeah, what
being
are you
an atypical child, China? Like, it's never right. Them eating koalas is never right. Imagine the look on Spencer's face when he hears that we're eating rats, koalas, and giraffes the whole time, or maybe even more exotic animals the whole time.
They're eating whales in China.
Remember, he likes animals, so him hearing that's probably gonna make his brain fall out.
Bro, there's no way he watches the podcast.
No, but once we feature him in an episode, we could have a good time.
He didn't even watch his own episode.
Oh, I still made it with him. Damn it! I'm proud of it.
He was too embarrassed.
Hey! Bomber!
Hey! Build the helicopter! I can't do the voice.
Dude, you're
no! No!
There we go. He's gone. Now back to what we're saying. I think coronavirus is gonna run out of control. Run out of control, like anti-vax kids and Karens.
It'll end the world, or what?
No, it will damage the world to a point where we seem like we're in an apocalyptic stage. We'll basically be doomed. We'll be doomed, but not fully doomed.
Yeah. You know what?
We'll just not be.
I just thought of a really interesting idea for the podcast. I'm gonna just leave this in, but what if I just scroll through like the latest news? Like we're just gonna read these main topics, and then I'm just gonna like scroll through news, and we'll just talk about popular news things that are happening.
I was talking about latest news the whole time.
Yeah, I know, but that's.
I was talking about this week's news, Miles.
That's a cool idea. You know, like.
It makes the podcast seem more interesting and more in depth.
We don't really, because we're like talking about everything from our point of view. I want to know what else is.
Hey, we're getting bombed now.
I'm kind of busy.
Okay. Now. Yeah, we should read the news. The news is great. Just don't read. Although for reading about like serious cases like the coronavirus. Don't believe the numbers. Like, I'm telling you, the numbers are, like, deceptive. They're lies. Cause,
so how about we do one more round of good old Bed Wars, and then we're gonna just talk about the topics, and then I'll just read the news.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Now, I'm gonna tell you that the Chinese government lies about the numbers because they're communists, Miles. And communists do whatever they can to look at their greatest, even at their worst.
Why would they be communists?
It's not right. You have to be honest. It's about the honesty here.
Why would they be communists? Why would you?
They are communists. Do I have to tell you a history lesson about why they're communist or no?
9.
No?
9.
You don't need one?
Yeah, 9.
Oh. You want one?
I said 9.
Oh, you said no. Oh, good. Good. That's because that's a really long story. That dates back all the way to 1930.
I'm like that.
And I don't like. And I don't like reading stuff dating back to 1930 because it reminds me a lot of Adolf Hitler, and that guy was a douchey.
That guy was a.
Yeah. This is an entire circus that he just blew his brains out that one time. And then never came back.
Yeah, just like me on Fridays.
Yeah, you're right. Now let's begin.
Yeah, okay. Are you done talking about the coronavirus and Chinese government?
Yeah, that topic's over. We could talk about how the Chinese government is a really terrible government system. Okay, should we or should we not?
I thought we just did that.
Yeah, but we'll leave that for later if we have time.
No, I'm just like, we have topics written down, and PewDiePie coming back is one, and I'm just like, what? Just all you have to say is PewDiePie's coming back. What else is there to talk about? You know?
PewDiePie, when he came back, he talked about. He talked about a lot of things actually. He felt kind of worthless after he left YouTube, like for those 30 days. He didn't feel right the second he came back. You know, it's just like me making content again after.
Yeah, but that's kind of different.
Months.
You don't
like you notice how you don't feel right when you watch it or even make it either.
Well, yeah, but it's kind of different, man. He has like.
He has an entire fan base.
He's one of the. I think he's like the second biggest YouTuber. I don't know if someone has overtaken him by now. Again.
They already did by like 20s, by tens of millions already.
Who has already overtaken him?
That was T-Series. They did it.
Well, I know it's T-Series, but you said someone else overtook him.
No, not yet. I don't really care about it anymore. It's
I know. I was watching some old videos, and you're always like, "Hey man, doo man, hey PewDiePie versus T-Series. Oh, this is very cool." And I'm like, bro, like I didn't even care back then. And then as soon as I started getting into PewDiePie versus T-Series, you were getting like de-interested in it, and I'm like, bro, stop. But yeah, no one really cares about that. Was exactly like a year ago now. No one cares about it.
You know, no one cares. Just like how nobody cared about how I was the coolest kid on the block at my school.
Were you really the coolest kid on the block at the school?
Kind of. More people looked at me during 7th grade than 8th grade. Nowadays, I'm just looked weirdly at because I do nothing
You
special.
look weirdly at.
I mean, I'm not really the sharpest tool in the shed, but in 7th grade I was doing great.
I'm not the sharpest
people would
tool
always
in the shed.
people would always laugh at my jokes, and it was all going well.
Yeah, let's talk about that actually. Charles was like
until the decline of that.
Charles was like the class.
Now, should we talk about the full timeline, or should we just do a simplified timeline?
Full. I want to hear.
Ah, it's a good idea. I've never thought of that. Now, that's what the sounds the anti-vax kid makes before dying. Like that's his final noises. And just like that, he vanished. Like
okay,
that.
Tell me
Spanish.
the full story.
Hey, red guy coming.
Okay, tell me the full story.
So it all started in September, obviously, you know, September 11th. No, just kidding. Not just kidding. Now it started. I started to get that juicy attention when during science and all the other classes when I'd make these jokes, and I'd later become this class clown figure amongst everybody. People would always laugh at my jokes most of the time. And sometimes my jokes weren't even on purpose. They were just unintentional. And I like that. I like that the jokes weren't intentional and funny. Anyways. Because it made me feel like kind of having a purpose.
Yeah, I miss being in your class.
Someone having a purpose and making a couple people laugh, even my own friends. It really made me happy. And every time I look back at it, I cry a lot. Because I was still the most... darkest tool in the shed, and wasn't doing so well.
Yeah, that's true.
I wasn't doing so well. No. I think it all went downhill when the year slowly began to end. Tell us what happened, Miles.
I don't.
What do you think genuinely happened?
What do I speculate? What happened?
Yeah, just speculate. Yeah, go on.
I don't know. You got really tired.
Yeah, I got tired. I got genuinely tired of keeping up my class clown.
Keeping up with the
class clown's my idea of a class clown, and then I stopped being a class clown this year because these introduction to these Chromebook things, I really just had better things to do than actually listen in class.
Like play games all day.
Yeah. Sometimes I'd actually do the work and get a straight A, nice A. Straight A,
not gay.
Oh, you mean John? George A. yeah, George A.
George,
yeah.
That's not even a name. If you said like Jorge.
I can't say names, can I, Billy?
I know, but like you said like Jorge or something. You said Jorge. Like Jorge or something.
I know. Sometimes I can't say these names. Now I think in 8th grade all I was doing so far was just doing a lot of things on the Chrome, mostly in Chromebooks nowadays, because I have nothing better to do during my time. Like, I had nothing better to do. Like, seriously.
Soul for soul.
Did you jump?
No. You killed him and he killed you.
Yeah, that's called karma is karma. And none of us get our stuff back, so that's
so that's basically useless, just like life.
Yeah, you do make a point, but life could be fun. But what makes life unfun is these weird, funny bumps and bulges all over it that make it worse.
Whoa, what?
No.
What?
I mean obstacles, Miles. What intonation were you thinking?
You said bulges. I'm like, wait.
Bulges are bumps. That's the fancy word for it. Bulges.
That doesn't even make sense.
Oh yeah, but neither does Joe. But did we ask about that, Joe? No, of course not. Because Joe is a great, favorable person.
You don't even know.
Joe is good.
I don't even know who Joe is.
Gates.
Who's Joe?
Joe Bomb. Do this. Let's do this. There's like two official teams left. Red and green. Red and white.
Today didn't even feel like school.
Oh, red and white. Oh yeah, just like my girlfriend's insides. Red and white.
I saw you kill yourself.
I fell off on accident.
I know.
You know, like how life's an accident.
Wait, are you calling yourself Life?
Yeah, you do make a valid
point. Wait a second.
But orange is purple and brown is white. Hey, can you guard the base? I'll be taking these emeralds.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of my nutsack.
That doesn't make sense. Ooh.
Guardian. Just do whatever you...
I think we might win this.
I know, but this guy keeps making these big erections out of nowhere.
What?
These big erections, Miles. He keeps making these big erections, and I don't like it. They're really massive.
Massive, unlike that pepperoni.
Jeez, what is this guy using? His movements were so unrealistic.
Pepperoni pizza.
Pepperoni wiener.
Hey, why are you talking about yourself like that? Yeah, no, but school didn't even feel like school. If you just did like nothing all day and wasted your time,
I know.
And busted.
School was free for all match.
And I was wearing this ugly collar shirt. It was so uncomfortable.
You didn't talk about that earlier, Miles.
I didn't talk about it that much. I didn't talk about it that much.
But now we're gonna go back to it and be like, this wasn't the best experience. It's genuinely the worst experience I've ever had.
Oh. Oh!
We aren't gonna win this match, Miles.
No! Charles, get him.
I told you.
Or did you?
We're leaving the base. Come on, Miles. We have to finish the job. We have to finish the deed.
Hold on. The dirty deed.
We have to kill them. That's the dirty deed.
What can I buy with 4 emeralds? Can I buy anything?
A nutsack.
I don't know.
Hey, you could...
If I want to buy that.
Hey, you could buy a bunch of ender pearls with 4 emeralds. Don't waste your money. Oh, you don't forget the fireballs and bomb yourself too.
Fireball, ball.
Yeah, fireballs are useful.
Useless.
Oh, come on, Miles. They're good. They're good for doing sneakies. Unlike your clown-looking ep.
Charles, please. I have a 5th. No! No! What the? They're invisible. What?
I'm getting the deed. I'm getting
Charles,
this deed
how are
done.
they still invisible? I would see their potion effects. Charles,
just look for the footprints.
Is this a hack? I know, but is this a hacker or something? They shouldn't be invisible anymore. Wait.
This PvP style is so aggressive.
Okay.
Now this is done
I'm just gonna read latest news.
The news.
Now
we're gonna talk about.
Oh,
guys, we're gonna talk about one more topic before leaving. It's a really genuinely great topic.
Okay.
It's not about the coronavirus. It's not about the Chinese government being an oppressive little piece of trash. You know what I'm saying? It's about the state of these other social media the other social media platforms that I look at all the time. Look, I like Instagram and Instagram and Twitter. Okay, let's just say the entire platform's going downhill, just like my life lately.
Hold on a second.
The quality of the content has always been dropping ever since forever, and it will never stop. But you know what also won't stop? Me up every day. You do make a valid point. But remember, I'm orange. You're purple. We all live this way.
So
we stay
let's
this way.
just end the podcast on a good note.
Yeah.
Actually, before I end the podcast, Nikolai, I don't think he's listening, but if you're listening, get Discord. We need you to be guest on the podcast.
Yeah, Nikolai, stop storing your hens with ties. Nobody likes it.
Yeah, just
Only
delete
you
all that
like
stuff.
it. Oh, yeah. What are you even hiding anyways from us? You're just hiding your
Yeah,
collection.
and that's the thing. It's not even just regular hens with ties. They have like these rainbow flags on them. You know.
Yeah, and then it also has this a lot of skin showing. It's
kind of weird if you ask me.
Now, thanks for watching, and don't forget that you are
Purple.
an epic failure with the team.
Okay.